Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean, and I'm here I'm going to be practicing my serve. So last time I was serving, I was practicing my serve. I put the camera at an angle so it's all side view, because I've never really seen myself serve before at a side view. Most of my videos have been from behind, to see if I'm actually, getting my racket back like that, and then the other ones were forward. So one of the subscribers or somebody made a comment and they asked if I could set up the camera so you guys can see where my serve is going. Okay, so this net's just a little high because the people come out and play a little pickleball, which I don't know why they would put the net, put the net up higher when the pickleball net I think is lower than a tennis net. Tennis net is supposed to be 3 feet high, so I'm not sure what that's about, but I can adjust to it. It ain't a big deal. Everybody's got to play on the same court. So I'm gonna I have it set up, okay? So I have 2 rackets and they're both strung with the same kind of strings, okay? And the only difference is, see, when I used to play back in the 90s, and I played a lot, played a tournament every weekend just about. So these rackets were known to eat up strings. It wasn't like I was this huge hitter and I'm breaking strings all the time, but I had like four of these rackets because of that fact. And I got a good deal on them. I got them at the time, they were $100 a piece, and then retail they were anywhere from like $200, because I worked at the Oceans Racket Club and they gave me, and the guy I worked for was sponsored by Wilson, so we got deals on stuff. And I like the profile because it's stiff, like I was saying before. So this racket is strung with Hyper G, and that's 16 gauge on the mains, and then I got the Genesis on the crosses, and that's 17 gauge. And what I do with these rackets, I've been doing this for a while, is this one's strung at 35 on the mains and then 31, so I get the crosses 4 pounds lighter, because it just makes it makes the strings last longer on these particular rackets. And in my opinion, the ball stays on the racket a little bit more because of the fact that this thing is so stiff. Like, it's the stiffest racket ever made, and anything it hits it just there's no feedback on it. It doesn't bend or nothing. So and then this racket here is strung same string, so this is strung at 45 and 41. So we're going to start off, because it is a little windy today, I'm going to start off with the higher strings, and then I have some other rackets, the same ones that are strung. I think the highest strung racket in the series, which has got some crappy strings on it, but they're the Wilson Topspin. They're just not good for this particular racket, which is funny because it's a Wilson racket, but these rackets, the strings are trash, believe me. There are guys on here that hit way better than me that would probably break those strings in 10 minutes of hitting with them. I have to be real careful, and luckily I don't hit with a lot of topspin. I hit with, kind of flat and semi topspin, so I can kind of get away with that. Plus I'm playing doubles, so that kind of helps a little bit too. But these ones I can actually hit the ball. And what I want you to listen to, because I had to fix this on my serve, because I hadn't played tennis in like 22 years, and I started last year, so I always had a decent serve, but I had to adjust things, like I got more of a closer stance, and I just throw the ball up and just real casual, right in front of me. Nothing where I used to, when I was younger, I would really bend my legs and get into it, because I'm not a tall fella, so I would really jump into the serve. But as you get older, you kind of adapt things, which I think I actually serve better now, more consistent, but maybe not as hard or faster as I used to. But what you want to do, how I've always learned this, like when I play tennis, is you want to serve the ball with a continental grip, because that gives you the ability to hit flat shot, kick, serve, slice, or whatever. And what you want, what I was doing is I was throwing my toss up perfectly, and then I was making contact. I'm like, oh, I'm watching the ball, and then I would drop my head to see where the ball's going to go. Well, I learned about a couple weeks ago, don't drop your head to see where the ball is going to go, because you already know where you want to put the ball anyway in your mind. So you want to watch the ball longer than you think you should. And the way that I can tell you, because I learned a little trick, is where I live at, there's a lot of airplanes around. You can hear one in the background. So what I do on my serve is I pretend like I'm looking at an airplane and I'm watching it cross the sky, and that's just enough time for when I do a serve, I'll throw the ball up that same way and just look at it as it's, you know, to where after I make contact with it. Because dude, you can be on video, right? And I don't care what level you're at. When you freeze frame your serve, it happens so fast, like 100th of a second, the ball contacts the racket and the ball's gone off the racket. It's that quick. So your mind, you're actually thinking you're looking at the ball longer than you are, and you're dropping your head, and that's why you either hit it long and then you know, hit it short. And myself included, that's why I make these videos, because I'm not no pro or nothing like that. I'm just a regular person and trying to improve my games and fight this fucking, sorry about my language, diabetes thing. So I have two purposes. One, to get better, and then I was learning, you know, learning how to do this better. So I'm telling you what I was doing wrong, and maybe you can learn from my mistakes and not have to pay someone $400 an hour to teach you how to play tennis when I'm doing it for free and you're learning from my pain. So we're working together here, folks, and I'm good with criticism and people saying jokes. I love some of the jokes. The 5-0 yapper, I like that one. That was a good one. And then one other thing, what I do learn about you know, from playing tennis and being in stressful situations, especially like on second serve, you could be down 30-40 in doubles or whatever. You don't want to let your partner down or whatever the case might be. Well, I stopped looking at the net, you know, because sometimes you'll end up looking at the box, and what your mind's really doing is really looking at the net. So what I do now, well, I've been doing this for a few years now, is I look at the back of the fence. You know, that's where I look at when I'm aiming my serves. That way I'm not focused on hit, you know, I'm not focused on the net. I'm actually focused on trying to hit over the net, because that'll give you a little space between your mind to concentrate on getting it over. Believe it or not, it works. Just letting you know. I mean, it works a lot. I hardly double fault now. So, and I'm not saying like I have to work on my second serve. Some of my second serves are pretty, you know, just basic. They have spin on it, they have kick on it, but sometimes I'm not serving it where I want to put the ball. And if you play a good player, it kind of sets up for them. And I already know when the ball is going to hit the ground, I'm already getting ready to get on defense, because they're going to rip it down the line or cross court, and I'm just going to try to get it back or whatever. But there's two things that I've been learning about when I started playing, and even doubles again after 22 years. And I learned this a long time ago, but I forgot it when I started playing again. Is there's two things, the easiest ways to lose matches, even if you outplay your opponent. You know, if you say, well, I played better than them, but I just lost today, because you don't count your return of serves. Like if you miss your return of serves, that's a free point you give somebody. So that's the main reason, one of the main reasons. And then double faults. Like if you're a good you know, decent player, and you have a good serve, a first serve, and you can afford to give up a double fault, you might be able to get a free ace here or there. Then you can get away with that. But even pros that have the biggest serves in the history of the game can't afford to give up too many double faults. So you're really spinning the you know, wheel on that. So it's best to learn, you know, like we're going to do just now. I just wanted to let you guys know a few things before I start hitting. And then from now on, I'll just start video recording, and then we'll talk afterwards. But I just want to let you know about those two things, because it will help a lot. Believe me, it will. Trust me. This little thing, and then I got a little game we'll play later on. See that little circle? I'm gonna practice hitting through that ball from the baseline and from the short line. I'm gonna hit the ball and make it go through that little hoop. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can. I haven't done that in a long time, but I'll try. It is so hot down here. Oh my goodness. Holy mackerel. I want to stop smoking cigarettes. It's tough. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. So we're going to try to hit these cones. But just listen to the racket when I make contact with it. You know what I mean? Listen to the ball. This is pretty fast. Do the spin on it. That was bad. I dropped my head again. See what I mean? See, the difference? The last one I dropped my head, it hit the net. The first one, watched it. Second one, drop my head, hits the bank, right there, just like that, dude. Happens every time. Those are some warm-up ones. Try to get some balls in now over there. Once I hit that one thrown out wide. Oh, that's a good one. We try to one down the middle. Oh, that was way off. But look at the spin on it, man. Okay. Got that one. Still, gonna go for the one in the middle now. See if we can get that one. Did it again, folks. That would have been good second serve. See if I can get me through that hoop. Whoa. Oh, just missed it. Tough one. That's a tough one. Alright, let's try this side. Throw out wide. Get that ball. That little fella didn't want to get hit. It's a little long. I missed it. Missed that one too. All right, let's try a couple slice and crossband serve. Listen to the ball come off the racket. Yeah, you see here the ball. You see here the ball make that tink sound. Just to let you see what I'm saying. I don't know if you can hear it from over there when I was singing. I wanted you to listen for the ball to come off the racket. See? That's what you should hear every time you're hitting a spin serve or a kick serve. Hear that? You can practice doing that, folks, too. And it'll teach you how to, you'll automatically just start doing that. It's not as complicated as people make it sound to be. It's all where the ball is when you make contact on it. You just have to practice, that's all. And there's a lot of good teachers on here. A lot of good teachers. But you can see the flat serve, you still promate, you know, I just throw it up and I still come through that like that. And then on those other serves, obviously, you know, the way I'm standing is I'm just gonna throw, and the sun's right in my eyes, obviously, but I'll try. I'm just gonna throw it up, but you see what I'm saying. I'm still getting bent on my legs, and the racket's coming back the way I need to get that spin. So it just takes practice. And you know, just use it during the time you play your friends and stuff. Like every time, just, you're already double faulting, right? You know, you're already making mistakes. The only way you're gonna get better is to implement that in situations that you're gonna play in. And then just practice like I do with these. Oh, I broke the damn thing. Okay. That ain't too bad. Jeez, I can't imagine what some of these other fellas that serving 130 miles do. These things would be disintegrated. So we'll listen and see what if we get to keep going and hitting these cones. Okay, we got the middle one. Just almost got it. That's a little long. Those are flat serves. I'm gonna try slice one now. Almost. Still not a bad second serve, you know what I mean? It's pretty good right on the line. Yes! Alright. Let's try this middle one. Ugh. Alright, let's try the one out wide. That's a hard one to get though. That's a bit. That's a hard one to get. Oh, see, I dropped my head. We're going to try to get it right through that little hoop. Nope. It's a real flat shot too, folks, to get it through that hoop. It's got to clear the net like a half a foot. Bad toss. Alright, we'll try over there now. There's one more left on that side. That was long. A little spice in that. Alright. That's way off. Alright, you gotta drop the toss a little bit too to get that angle on it. I'll try to slice it. Okay, I'm gonna try this lower string one. It's 31 thing. 35. I'm changing the rackets to a 35, 31 with lower tension. I want to see if I could, make a difference so I could get a little more spin on the ball to get this one and that one and try to get that one. Sometimes it helps. Almost at the angle. So that's a tough one, folks. We'll try that one down the middle and then go out wide. See if we can get that one. Oh man, you see how close that was? Oh, come on. Alright, we're going to go one out wide here. Normally wouldn't do that. Try slicing it out. that one. Oh, yes! I knew it. All I gotta do is put a little slice on it. Alright. Okay, let's try that one there. Same thing. Oh, I tried to cheat. I was gonna practice serving and balling, and I hit it on top of the frame. Oh, just missed it again. Oh my goodness. I'm having a good day. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll try to get that one. It's a tough one. There's one more. Wow. I actually cut it closer to the inside than I really did good serve. Now we're gonna go just try to get that one. Much better than the previous time. The last serve I tried over here, I got just the back of the line. I knew it too, right there, this much on the line. Don't worry, folks. These kids are over there shooting a 22. I ain't worried about it. I have complete faith that them shooting themselves before I get shot. Anyway, just kidding. Anyway, this is what I do. I set these cones up and I listen for the tink, like I was saying. And before, what I think I was doing, I was throwing a ball up, thinking I got a little bit, you know, dropping my head, not paying, you know, not looking up at the end, just, you know, follow the serve. And then I'm like, you know, and it's happening real fast. So I'm like, okay, let me slow this down. Let me hear what I'm doing wrong. So now I throw the ball up and then watch it. Even though that was wide, but at least it's going over and you can fix that. You can't fix things that are just hitting the net, especially on return serves. But that's a biggie. So I appreciate everybody watching. I hope that was helpful. You know, like you could go, if you live in America, you could go to Dollar Tree and get these cones for $1.25. You get 2 of them for $1.25. And that's why they disintegrate if you hit a serve. I think I broke a couple of them today. But anyway, it is fun. The next drill I'm gonna do is, you see that circle over there, I'm gonna put the camera up over there and I'm gonna try to hit forehands between that circle. That's something I do to control, you know, for control and accuracy. And then, you know, I'll probably set the cones up and practice again with just my second serves. And then when I speak to my friend, I'll see when we play singles again, I'll see if he'll let me record it, you know, and you guys can watch me play, and you know, we can learn what some of the mistakes I make and some of the things I do good, and you just let me know what you think, and we'll work it out from there, you know. I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for the support, and I hope this was helpful, because the last fella was saying that he wanted to see me hit, you know, serve in the box, which, you know, I understand, because anybody can go over there and hit serves and you know, make themselves look like they're really good at serving, but you're only tricking yourself because somebody else is going to stand on the other side of that line, net one day, and you better be able to get the ball in the box. So that was the first time I ever did that. I think his name's Tim. I think that was the first time I ever did that, Tim, just to video record myself from the side, and that's why I was doing my serves like that. But I normally set it up, for Pete's sakes, dude. I normally set it up, you know, with the cones and serve where you can actually see the ball going in, and you can see what kind of spin and stuff is being used, and then you can, you know, see if you want to use that in your style of play. You know, if you're playing doubles or singles, not everything's got to be a hard flat serve, folks. You know, a lot of people I play tennis with, the harder you hit the ball, the better they play, and they just don't adapt to off-speed stuff. And I see that even at the pro levels. I think Crew was talking about that. He played some guy, and this guy won 14 straight points. Literally just was smoking this. It was unbelievable returns, this dude, Giovanni or something like that. I was like, holy mackerel. And he doesn't seem like a big fella, and Crew's a little bigger than this fella. And then Crew's like, holy smokes. And there's nothing that guy could have done, because there's situations like that where people are just hitting the ball. And then as the match went on, he just started hitting slice serve, you know, hitting the ball with slice and off speed, and then making him hit the ball to where he can make the, you know, guy get on defense, which is tough because his defensive shots are, offensive. Like he can pass you on the run, so, and hit unbelievable, you know, cross-court shots or down the line. They're professional tennis players, folks. So they're not maybe at the level of Novak or anybody like that yet, but give them some time to get some experience. You know, I'm gonna see what I can do to set up some kind of foundation. If I can set my channel up and get monetized, I'll donate some of the money towards this. These guys that are on here on YouTube trying to tour, and actually set up a foundation to help touring pros, because this is a problem, especially with women. I've seen a lot of these poor ladies have to have full-time jobs just to make money to travel and play in a few tournaments a year to make some, you know, make a shot at being a pro. And I think it's ridiculous. Baseball pays people $750 million with retirement, and so is football, and so is hockey. Everybody's got retirement, and they also got organizations to help young players tour. So that has to be sorted out, or the future tennis is not going to be as good as it should be. You know, and it gives the people a chance to live their dreams, because even though you may be the best player in the world, sometimes if you can't get to the tournaments or pay for them, you're not going to be able to be known, or you're going to be able to showcase your talent. So it's not really fair, you know, with the way that the situation set up for these young tours, young pros touring and having to pay for all these expenses, because these racket companies make plenty of money a year to be able to sponsor some of, you know, to set up organizations to help these young athletes. And it's just something that's got to be done all over the world, not just America. I mean, these people all over the world should have the same opportunity as anybody else anywhere else, as far as being able to travel and have help with their expenses. Because without them playing in tournaments, people wouldn't be there to, you know, you can't go watch tennis if there's no tennis players to watch. So that's always the case. There's always someone trying to you know, make money off of your talents, you know, and exploiting these professional athletes, because that's exploitation. You're definitely exploiting them. You're not paying them the proper amount of money, and you're not helping them tour to get to events that you want people to watch them play in. So what's fair is fair. That's just my thing, and I'm gonna work this summer with some people. Like, I'm gonna go out to these to this Daytona, Florida tennis club out here, and talk to the guy that runs that place and see what kind of stuff they're doing for juniors and things, and maybe we can all get together and come up with an idea to help young players that are trying to get on the tour get the finances they need to do that. So it's going to take a little time, but we're going to see what we can do. And I never monetized nothing on YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for over 15 years with my other channels. So I just is something I'll look into, and like I say, I can set up a thing where it goes into an actual organization that's supposed to help these people, or we can set up our own organization and have somebody that's, you know, that's professional people that know how to run a nonprofit organization, and in each case go by it individually and see what the individual's needs are and what we can do to help, you know. So that's my idea, and if anybody else any other ideas, we can brainstorm and see what we can do to help these young guys and ladies out there that are trying to make a career at tennis and having financial issues on paying for touring and expenses like you know, lodging and things like that. So I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks again, and I hope you guys learned some stuff, because I think I've learned a little bit over the last couple times coming out here practicing, and I think I'm getting better at it. So we're gonna keep going and see how good we can get at this. Okay, thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe.